Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Are you open for some good advice? Good advice. I'm not talking about bad advice. I'm talking about good advice. Good advice that has affected my career and will affect yours. You ready for this? Really good advice. So there I was, 21 years old, working for a Fortune 100 company called by the name of IBM, International Business Machines. Very proud company. Company's been on the Fortune 500 list longer than most any other company there. It's one of the all-time mainstays on the Fortune 500. And I was there at 21 years old. Amazing to be working with such an incredible group of people at that age. And a guy came up to me one day and he said, "Son, I've been watching you." And I'm like, "Oh, getting a little nervous here, right? What's going on, sir? What can I do to help you?" He goes, "Would you like some good advice?" And I said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll take any advice I can get. I'm always looking to improve." He goes, "Good." He goes, "You want to get ahead here at IBM? You want to move to the top?" He said, "Do your job and never complain about anything. Do your job, never complain. Just do it. Do it with a smile on your face. Do it your best. Never complain." I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "You know what else you're going to do? On top of that, what you're going to do is you are going to do everything your boss needs to get done. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And you're going to give them all the credit for it because they're working hard and you're going to work hard to help them work hard. And you're going to give them all the credit for it. Do you understand? You do those two things, you will move ahead in this organization because it shows commitment." I said, "Yes, sir. Thank you for that wonderful advice." So there I was. Who knew that I could put this into place so quickly? It was less than 6 months later, and a sales management position came over. And here I am, 22 years old, and I've got this goal. How cool is this to be a sales manager for a Fortune 100 company? And I went to the guy above me who was hiring for the position in our organization there in our region. And I said, "Hey, I'd like to apply for this job." And he said, "Phil, not a good idea." And I said, "Well, why is it not a good idea?" He said, "Because right now you're our number one sales rep out there in the streets. And, we're going to keep you there." And I said, "Sir, I appreciate that. And I would love the opportunity to apply for this job and move forward with the company." And he said, "It's not going to happen right now. It's just not going to happen." And I said, "Sir, I hear that, and I'm understanding why, and it's not happening right now." He goes, "I told you why it's not happening. You are our number one sales producer out there on the streets. We need you on the streets. You get into management, it's not so much as selling as it is dealing with all the people and helping them, and you won't be able to sell as much, and we need your numbers, and your numbers are really good. You're producing more than anybody, so we're going to keep you out in the streets." I said, "Well, that sounds great. That sounds great for the organization. I appreciate that, sir. And your job here, of course, is getting the right people in the right place and making them sure they're successful." He said, "Absolutely, absolutely. That's why we're keeping you out on the streets." I said, "I'll tell you what. I see what you're saying. I want you do what you do. I'll do what I do, and you're going to hire somebody else to fill this role." He said, "Yes, we are." And I said, "Great. I'll make you a deal." He said, "A deal? Nobody say anything about a deal." And I said, "Yeah, I'm making you a deal. Deal in terms of your interest." He goes, "Well, what's that?" He goes, you want to hire somebody as a sales manager who's going to lift the whole team and help them to be more successful and increase sales here, right?" He said, "Absolutely. Absolutely. That's who we're going to hire." I said, "Great. Well, after you hire that person in 6 months, when you review them, if they have not done that, I'm going to politely request that you come back and entertain a conversation with me." He goes, "Well, why would I do that?" And I said, "Because what's going to happen is that person is not stepping up to the position you wanted them to fulfill. They haven't increased sales, they haven't increased the team, and you're going to need somebody to do that. And I'll be the person to do that. So you try this, you get somebody else, and if it doesn't work out in the best interest of you and the company, then all I'm asking is that you have a conversation with me and we discuss how it will happen. And what will happen is then you'll put me in that position. Now, why will you do that? Well, first of all, the reason you'll do it is because I will increase the sales for the whole organization. And your concern was my sales and what would happen to my sales. Well, I'm willing to make a commitment to you right now that not only will I continue to produce the sales that I've always produced, and I will increase the sales of the whole team if you give me the opportunity to lead them. He said, "Wow, you think you can do that?" I said, no. Because that's what you want, that's what IBM wants, and that's what I want. So we all win in this situation. He said, "And what if I say no?" Well, I said, if you say no to a win-win-win outcome, then maybe I'm working for the wrong organization. Is that what you're saying? He said, "Absolutely not. You're working for the right organization." I said, "Thank you, sir." 6 months later, he called me in for a meeting. I got the job. I got the promotion. We increased sales. So my point to you, talk in terms of the other person's interest. Help people get to what they want to get. And by doing that, you'll get what you want. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it makes all the difference in the world when it comes to your career success. Now go make it happen.